That's that sheet.
Okay.
That's that sheet.
Yeah.
Oh, man. 6-6. Let's go. And most important.
Crazy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is 6-6, 4-5.
Thank you.
All right, all good to start?
Yes, sir.
Jarrod, what'd you like about that last five that it seems they weren't coming out, they seem to be, you kind of found that five, you said we're gonna run with these guys, these five can take us home?
Right. Well, the difference between coaching in high school or college and pros, everybody's good, right? So they got it going. They had the momentum going. I just kept checking on them to make sure they weren't tired. Reese was telling me he was good. I kept checking on OG, Big Spoon, and you know, they carried us. They got the crowd behind us. You know, obviously Reese was great all game. This guy's a great guy. I know W, you don't know him, but I mean, I just met him 4 or 5 days ago. He's a great, great guy, and I mean, his energy, what he's done for us in the last 2 games, you can't even quantify it or put it on a stat sheet. And what he did tonight, he kind of got us jump started. Couple off his rebounds, he got the massive dunk, and once the crowd got going, and then we were able to get some stops. First half, you got to give that team a lot of credit. They made 10, I think they were 10 of 17. Out of those 10 threes, I'm going to say 4 or 5 from 25 feet or farther with a hand in the face. So you got to give them credit. Once we got a few stops, we were able to get in transition, and you know, we were able to kind of turn it around. But our defense, our defense was great. Fourth quarter to Elam.
I was gonna say, I mean, a lot of those shots they were making were tough and contested, and every time you guys make a run, it was
Right.
you down 12 again. What did you tell the guys in the huddle? How did y'all weather that storm throughout the game?
Well, once again, when you're dealing with pros, you know, you're gonna have a game of runs, and they're hitting tough shots. You're banking on them not being able to make those shots all night. You're banking on our defense getting to 3 or 4, a couple kills, which is 3 stops, which we kind of got in the second half. And got to get the crowd a little credit. Once we got going, the crowd kind of helped us, got a few deflections, and yeah, once we got the lead, I thought we did an excellent job of executing. Can't say enough about Toby. I don't know what Toby, he probably didn't have a lot of points, but deflections, steals, he designed the play on the fly. He had a great pin down for James, who hit a 3. So everybody, like I said the other night, with this team, it could be a different person every night. So complete team effort.
James, obviously, you know, you didn't play college ball around here anywhere. But you know, the 3 games you've had here in Charleston, I'm kind of wondering if you feel like maybe you've got a little bit of West Virginia feeling in you now after these 3 games.
Yeah, most definitely. It's just like I said, I keep saying it, the DNA, just tough blue collar basketball is you know, kind of how I got my career started. And I mean, that's how I'm gonna finish it and keep it going, because, you know, it's just been a lot of success playing that way. And then, you know, you play that way, you get called by a good group of guys like West Virginia, and you know, it just feel like home. It's easy to play with these guys.
Did you know anyone on the team at all?
Actually, yes. Well, of course, the coaching staff is my coaching staff at my school is at West V now.
Right.
And Eric Stevenson, who was supposed to play on the team, he's in the summer league for the Heat. That was my roommate at Carolina.
Oh, okay.
And he transferred to West V, so he was the person who originally reached out to me to come. You know, so that's how I kind of got to connect here.
Coach, the last couple of games we've sat in here and we've talked about how you guys have kind of handed back that lead that you guys had going into the Elam. Now you guys kind of just put your foot on the gas and just ran with it, seemed really comfortable. What was your message to your team heading into that Elam ending?
I didn't have to say much. Keep defending, keep rebounding, playing transitions as much as possible. A lot of times, it's funny, I've learned when you're playing with good players, sometimes you got to dummy down, let them play, right? He's done a good job of helping me with that. Keep it simple, stupid, rely on spacing, let these guys play. I'm just screaming on defense as much as I possibly can to try to get people in gaps, but they did an excellent job of getting hands, deflections. We got out in transition, and we actually fed. He was a point center tonight, right? Put him in the middle of the floor, set a good screen, you dive, you draw 2, guards play off of it, easy basketball. So didn't have to say much. I thought we executed great Elam ending, and we didn't take I think we only took 1 bad shot, honestly, in the Elam, which, yeah, so I mean, yeah, we executed, put pressure on the basket, made our free throws, so, but defensively, I don't think they got a good I don't think they got a good shot really in the end.
Nothing.
I think we did. I don't know what Desi had. 3 of 9. I was worried about him, and I thought we did an excellent job on him. He's kind of like the head of their snake. We did a good job on him. It made other people beat us down the stretch. So kudos to the entire team.
Defensively, going up against Vaughn in the second half, he had 16. He finished with 22-26 in the second half. What defensive adjustments did you guys make, if any, heading into the second half?
Just stay attached. We knew he was an excellent shooter. I mean, he hit a couple tough ones. He caught one in the corner. Someone was on. He hit a couple tough ones. He's a pro. There's a reason why he was drafted 17th in the NBA draft a couple years ago. So, but we closed the space a little bit, and obviously we did a better job on their guards, which didn't allow them to get him the ball. So, pressure, protected the rim, make them finish over the top, and then we got rebounds. Our rebounding was very, very good. Spoon and Toby, excellent, and then the guards getting long rebounds to get out of transition, and that was the key for us.
JD, what was your reaction after the first game you ever played? I'm sure that's not what you came here for, and how'd you turn that around into these last 2 performances?
I'm just a firm believer in God. You know, what I mean by this, like, I could have been pouting. I could have went up to the coach. I didn't say nothing to the coach. You know, I could have took negative energy towards the team. You know, been pouting. You know, you can't do that. I'm going on 10 years of playing professional basketball, so I know the guys need me. You know, it's crazy to say, like, I'm the oldest on the team. You know, besides Flowers, but who's playing right now? I'm the oldest on the team. So it's just crazy. You know, me saying like I'm playing. It's going on 10 years. You know, so I know the guys call me Unc. It's pretty funny now. So. But I just keep a good, positive attitude. I know they're gonna need me. You know, to anybody out there who's listening, for the kids, you know, you gotta just when your name is called, just be ready. And that's what it was.
And then like James was saying, especially the way the crowd got into it in the second half. Are you getting a taste of what West Virginia basketball is kind of like?
Oh yeah, I mean I have close friends who played. Me and Juwan Staten, we played AAU together. So 3 national titles. So me and him grew up together, and then of course I'm close with Kevin Jones. So we just always knew about the big bear hugs, so I knew what he stood for, and West Virginia basketball.
Jarrod, obviously in college, you played in the Sweet 16. Coaching, you won a state championship. Where does this kind of fall in?
We're trending.
Yeah.
Well, so I'm married, so I have to say that's the best day of my life. I got 2 kids, so that's 2 and 3. Hit a big shot, that's 4. We won a state championship, that's 5. We win this million, somebody got to bump down. Somebody got to bump down. But no, honestly, to be able to coach these grown men, for them to allow me to coach them and for them to buy in with how I want to play, it's been a blessing. And to piggyback on this one right here, God is good. We had a conversation the next day after the first game. We ate breakfast together. One of the most respectful. I genuinely love him. He's a great man. Everything he just said, he could have pouted. And I told him, thank you for giving me grace as a coach, for not playing in that first game. And I told him, be ready the next game. And he told me, I know my worth. And guess what? Thank God he told me that. And we've been riding his back for the last 2 games. So I take all that blame. And I told him that. And so I appreciate that.
Jarrod, can you put it into perspective? You mentioned this team hasn't been together like even a week. How tough is it for you as a coach to just learn about these guys? And how tough is it for them to kind of put egos aside and really buy into each other?
Second part is the most important thing. When we constructed this roster, I was adamant about no knuckleheads, no drama. You don't have enough time to overcome it. I wanted adults in the room, I wanted professionals, and we have that. We really have only had 1 practice with everybody. I mean, if you want to call it, we really only had 1 practice. Now, so fast forward, when you have professionals, you try to keep it simple, stupid, put some defensive principles in, and have to try to buy in on playing hard together, chemistry, because that's what wins games. Paying attention to detail. And I give all these guys all the credit for doing that.
James, it looked like you and Coach West and the other coaches were kind of talking, and you kind of had a little bit of a swagger to you heading into that timeout that led to you hitting that shot. I mean, what were you kind of saying, if you don't mind sharing?
Well,
After
There was so much going
on
on.
the dribble, we was designing the play.
Oh,
We was
okay.
telling you to go to,
Yeah, I was basically Coach drew up the play. Coach drew up for us. Basically, we was just talking about the same thing. I think he just ended up switching me,
Right,
switching
right.
me and Toby's spot, and I mean, y'all see what happened. But back to what the question you asked me, Coach, I want to just say give the coaches credit. You know, it's the players being professionals, but it's real easy doing the job when you know you got coaches telling you the right thing. You know, so it's just second nature to us. We hearing the right stuff. Coach putting us in a good position. Coaches putting us in good positions, and we being professionals, and it's just all working right now. And we're gonna keep going.
Jarrod, you'll have at least one more game in this building. How do you kind of use the week now that you got a little bit of time to refine some things?
Oh, great. We kind of, me and Greg and Flo kind of talked a little bit. We're probably going to leave tomorrow, probably give them a day and a half off tomorrow, Wednesday and Thursday, get out to Friday and Saturday, then come back up. Obviously, film, watch you, we get ready for the next team we're going to play, preparation. I've been trying to take it one game at a time and not look ahead. The blessing is we're back here in the friendly confines of the Charleston Civic Center. So hopefully we get a good crowd next Monday. Take it one game at a time. But preparation, the way we play, we need to take a day or two off to kind of refresh legs, take care of our bodies, get home, get some good food in us, mentally decompress. It's funny, we played 3 totally different teams. First game, 94 feet, face guard, run and jump, wear you down. Second game, bully ball, 15 feet and in. Then this game, veteran professionals, ISO. So we played 3 different, which is gonna be good. 'Cause I don't know what the next team presents, but we should be well prepared and ready to go against whatever we face.
Jarrod, you said you guys only had like a few practices to kind of put things together. I'm guessing you didn't know James at all until you saw him walk into the gym. So like, what were your early impressions of him, and what's it been like, you know, getting to know him?
So I didn't know him personally. I was a fan of him from a distance. He was at North Texas when little Jarrod was at Marshall.
Okay.
So they used to battle. And look, I've told me he could be a West. He's got the same, and I mean that, the ultimate compliment from the standpoint of professionalism, work ethic, no BS. He's about the right things. He's a dog on D. Everything that I've tried to instill in my boys, he's a coach's dream. So didn't know him personally. I know that he and little Jarrod knew each other from competing against each other. So when the call came in about James Reese, a couple people didn't know him, and I was like, he's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
He's like, he fits our DNA. He fits what we want to do.
JD, what's your biggest takeaway with this group in these first 3 games?
There's really no egos. I can really personally say, like, everyone just wants to win. You know, no one's like, man, I need the ball, I need to score, man, give me the ball. There's no pouting in the huddles, you know, we're sticking together. You know, everyone is coachable, like Coach said, and, you know, like, that's what it takes to be a professional and win $1 million. You can't have knuckleheads, you can't have people who thinks it's all about them. And we've literally come together as one. Like Coach said, we haven't had really no real practices, but if you have good energy, the aura around the gym is going to be great, and that's all you need.
Jarrod, you've obviously coached in state tournaments here in this building,
Mhm.
but this tournament's a little bit more spaced out. You had the state tournament in the high school level, it's day after day after day. This one, you got a day of rest, and now you've got a couple days of rest now. How do you kind of compare those, I guess, coaching challenges?
A little different, obviously. When you know with high school kids, you gotta monitor. You gotta monitor every day, and the professional is just so different. With these guys, the beauty of these guys is this is an important tournament, obviously, but they're professionals. This is their livelihood, so they know they have to take care of their bodies. They know they got to put the work. They got to put their routine in because they got a job or at least they're trying to get a job. So this is their livelihood. I can relax and let them be them. High school. Yeah, totally different. So actually, I'm glad in high school it's back to back to back, so you can kind of stay locked in. We need a few days off. We had not many practices, but we had a couple joint practices, and it was a war. It was like running through that wall. And then the first game here, that's still on our legs. So we need a few days off. Came at the perfect time. Go home, decompress, come back together Friday, Saturday, watch some film. Prepare, and that's the most important thing. Preparation, scouting report, take scouting report to the floor. The beauty of it is now from a coach's perspective, I know like the hardest thing that's coaching when you don't have time to prepare, I didn't know what he had. I didn't know who he was. And I made a big mistake not playing in the first game. Now that I know what I have, and once again, to his credit, he gave me some grace. Now that I know what I have, so the beauty of I've seen us in the trenches, so I know what we have, which is a lot. So mentally, I'm in a lot better place to go moving forward.
Jarrod, even though there's not as many WVU guys on the team this year, what does it mean for the crowd to get that loud and that excited and really support these guys?
Listen, I would have never thought I was gonna live in West Virginia. I'm a Mississippi boy. The fans, the people here, are the reason why I raised my family here. So I'm in West Virginia might not get a lot of good pub and the nationals. If you live here, you understand the people. I'm glad these two are here to experience that. I even told Coach Hodge, you put out a good product, they'll come and support you, and they'll be there with you. So it's glad for these guys to experience what I've experienced. It's nothing like these people, these fans. They got a chance to hear I still jump when he shoots the gun. So they got a chance to experience all that. So kudos to the fans.
JD, can you walk us through kind of the time frame that from you being reached out to join this team?
It was kind of crazy because I just reached out to Kevin Jones maybe like 2.5, 3 weeks before everything started. I just asked him like, hey, is the roster full? And he was just like, nah, what's up? Like I said, I'm trying to play. And he reached out to Coach Everhart, and apparently Coach Everhart was recruiting me when he was at Duquesne when I was at Northland High School. And then I get a text back 5 minutes. He said, "You're on the team." I said, "Okay."
And how many days was that before your first game? For the first game?
I was about like 2 weeks before. Yeah.
Jarrod, the mascot gun really still gets you?
Oh, listen, yeah.
I didn't know it was gonna be that.
Yeah, I was being interviewed. If you're looking at it, you're good. I was being interviewed after the game, and it hit, so it just kind of catch you. Yeah, so but it's still. I used to love it when I was in college. I knew. I remember playing UConn, and he blew that. When Big Money, Dick Vitale was here, they shot that gun. Everybody was jumping. I was like, yeah, we got him. We got him.
All right, thank you guys.